Morning, beautiful people. It's a beautiful Monday, darling. I tried something new on my face. Can you see it? Isn't it glowing? Darling. Okay, so I want you to watch this video about this woman talking about why men choose lighter skinned women, and I want you to stay to the end because then I want you guys to stay to the end so you guys can hear my point of view.
This might be the most dangerous truth you hear in a lifetime. And when me done, you cannot unhear it. Because while we're too busy singing about Browning, chasing hype, and foreign aesthetics, they're busy wiping out our legacy from the inside. Not with whips and chains this time, but with love song, light skin, and lust. Me nah go ease up today. Me come to talk to me Jamaican men. And me talking straight to you. Every time you glorify light skin and reject your own, you're spitting at the face of nanny. You dishonor your mother and help finish the work of slavery. Let me tell you something they don't teach you in school. Blanqueamiento. Blanqueamiento. Look it up. You see, in Brazil, Haiti, Cuba, and right here so in Jamaica, the colonial powers pushed interracial relationships to whiten the population over time. It was policy. It was weaponized sex. So when you run go look pan white woman, pretty ear woman, quote unquote, foreign woman, and talk about say you don't want a mixed picnic, you're not elevate. You're just being used. You're used as a tool of erasure. Now let me address the white world. Who no love black body, but hate black burden. Who no love with lips, with hips, with swag, with stamina, and with soul. But never once did you sit down and help dismantle what Fono ancestors built. Colonialism. Instead, you date us, breed us, and call it unity. But you still own the land, the banks, and the justice system. You still inherit everything while we inherit trauma. Don't act innocent. You marry black, but don't teach your children about Marcus Garvey. You say we are all one, but at family dinners, you tell them they act too black. You love our flavor, but you never want us too loud, too proud, or too woke. That's not love. That's colonization in a condom. No, my Jamaican men, wanna listen this loud. A white woman will never bring your children back to the roots. She cannot teach your children what it feels like to be hunted by the police. And she can't teach your children how to survive Babylon. And when you're dead, your land, your house, your legacy, gone to people who don't know nothing about the struggle. The money circulate out of black hands. The culture get diluted. And the bloodline get lost. Meanwhile, Indian man keep money in him community. Chinese man build for him family. Jewish man pass on land, religion, and business. And we fall in love with our own extinction. I want to ask yourself this. Why do you feel more attracted to what looks less like you? Why do you associate class and cleanliness to light skin? Why do you call dark skin face female mule or hard face? That's not taste, that's programming. 400 years of European beauty standards, church doctrine, plantation trauma, and shame. So even when you think you're choosing, you're not choosing love. You're choosing survival. But survival with no roots is slow death. Now let's talk about the children of confusion. When you have kids with white women or women who don't rate blackness, what do you teach? What language them learn? The music, the struggle. Most mixed children, unless raised with cultural grounding, feel ashamed. Ashamed of their blackness in white spaces. Or too privileged to fight for blackness in black spaces. So them float. Unrooted, disconnected, they become neutral. And in a war of liberation, neutral means colonizer by default. Now let's talk about the global war and why Jamaica is a target. Now this is global warfare. The womb is a battlefield. And Jamaica, with our fire, our resistance, our warriors, we are the number one target for dilution, distraction, and destruction. You think all them tourism have an agenda? You think all these foreign women flying in forget black man seed is a coincidence? Them want the energy, the bloodline, but not the struggle, not the burden, not even the liberation. So they extract what's useful and leave you empty. Now my Jamaican men and black men, you do have a decision to make. Remember, you're just not choosing a woman, you're choosing a future. So when you breed a woman who don't rate your culture, you're erasing history that millions died to protect. You can't say you love who you love when you were taught to hate yourself. You can't say it don't matter. So your ancestors died so you could even have a voice. And you can't build no empire on a foundation that you borrowed from the oppressor. Listen, this is not about hate. This is about survival. This is about protecting our black nation. This is about revolution in love. So before you run, go breed another browning, light-skinned, white woman, foreigner, pretty hair, quote, unquote, ask yourself this. Will that child fight for black people or forget us? Because if we don't protect our memory, our culture, and our blood, we will vanish, dancing, smiling, and breathing our way to extinction. Black men, Africans, Jamaicans, across the world, this is our last chance to wake up.
I do agree with everything that she says. I do agree with everything that she said, because once you give a black man money, he gonna look for a pretty white wife. And you have a lot of black women out here preparing themselves to meet a white man so they could get the lifestyle that they desire. So I do agree with her. But this is the thing. Because black women are so domestic and industrial, I think that make them more masculine. And you can't blame a man to choose a feminine woman, right? We wasn't groomed and trained how to be feminine, how to be ladylike, how to carry ourselves like a woman. We was more, trained to war, to defend, to domesticate and all these different things. So it make us become more masculine. So you can't blame a masculine man to choose a feminine woman. So I would say my advice to that, or how to fix that issue, is not only to teach the youth about their roots, because you have rooted black man. Look pan Damian Marley was sing so much conscious song. Don't him rooted, and don't him choose a white woman as a Rasta man who's supposed to bring on him father legacy, Bob Marley. So it's not like these gentlemen or these men is not rooted in their culture, right? I think we as black women supposed to teach our daughters how to be a lady, how to be feminine, not just cook, wash, clean, but how to actually carry themselves like a woman, how to get princess treatment. These things are very vital, and as well as to teach the black men. So we're not going to only teach the black man to choose a black woman, but we're going to teach him to choose a lady. Because when a masculine man choose a masculine woman, then it's gonna be a power struggle. So I feel like that is where the real issue lies. Black women are too masculine, so we need to change that, darling. Starting with me.